All right. So where's everybody at with the introduction to empathy last week? Where's everybody at? What's the burning question, the curiosity, the exploration? Like I shut down for 2 days after, if that was an interesting reaction. Yeah, empathy is so unfamiliar.
Myself
Dex?
I was okay. What
Okay.
really got me was when Jess did her thing that she hosted. That day
Sexual
after,
shaming.
I was pissed.
Oh,
Like
good.
I was just so angry, and
Good.
everyone could feel it. It
Yeah.
really shook some stuff up for me. And then the night afterwards
Yes.
went from anger to fear, and then it was like the terror. So I was going through the process of it. It
Excellent.
really shook up a lot for me.
Okay. Good. That's which Dax is referring to sexual shaming circle, sexual sharing circle, sexual shaming sharing circle, triple SC that's hosted by Jess and Grace. There you go. And Dax and anybody afterward, when the trigger starts happening, reach out to me. Just text me, reach out. Because there's a very specific steps that starts to happen as things starts to unfold. Please reach out and get what you need to get through it.
Yeah, sorry, thanks. In the past, I've sent an email, Dax, that you can reach out to Mila and Grace, and I didn't do that this time as a reminder as well. So thank you for saying that, Mila, and I need to make a note of that.
No worries. Anything? I have a plan on what we're doing today, but what's where you guys at so far with empathy and where you want to go with it, or what's exciting about it, Michaela?
I don't know about exciting, but I'm definitely recognizing the self-judgment, and I'm having a fight with it. And I haven't felt this resistance to something for a long time, but I'm really blocking the empathy aspect. But I had some clarity this morning that I need to learn how to stand up for myself, and I feel like that is probably a part of empathy and a part from my childhood that's missing in relation to receiving empathy. So I think it has been triggered by all this unraveling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jess?
Further to what Dax said about like feeling a lot of anger, I've been feeling a lot of anger coming out in like very sharp bursts, and so I don't think that I'm at empathy yet, but I think like there's a purification process of like, well, okay, this has to come out. Like you can't facade that, oh, I'm empathetic and compassionate, and it's just like the ugly shit is purging out with the like maybe developed a desire for empathy. And so it's like, well, okay, you got to feel that, and it is ugly.
I'm curious to explore if receiving empathy finally gives us permission to feel and to call it like it is. And then the anger can start to flow because somebody has empathy for you, they're treating you with worth, and you finally have permission to feel, I should be mad about that, shouldn't I? And now the ugly stuff starts to flow. I'm curious to see if that's going to be the evolution.
I like that, but I feel like the things that I've been angry about are maybe more empathy for the person who I'm projecting the anger at than what I'm actually angry at, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
How dare you schedule a meeting at 8:30? I am not starting before 9. How dare you?
There you go. Casey?
Just to Michaela stimulated something for me. Not excited at all either. But I guess sitting in the shock of like how bad it is, and not just how bad it is for me, but generationally, like how many generations of judgment has been passed on, and like no one in either side of my family knows what that even means, what empathy is. Like it doesn't exist. So that the shock of letting that sit in has been, I think, the biggest thing so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
With some of us, we actually get anger from our environment if somebody gives us empathy. We actually get more attack that somebody felt compassion for us. Virginia?
I would recommend anyone that has not represented empathy that you do. Because it's different, very different than, you know, being in the judgment feelings. And it was foreign to me, but I just wanted to stay in it. Even though, you know, once it was done, I'm not so in it anymore. And you know, I understand generationally that was so foreign to me. What? I can give that to myself? Like how? How do I give myself empathy? How do I feel these things for me? I thought somebody was supposed to give it to me.
And it is being given, but because it's foreign, we don't receive it. We don't accept it. We reject it right away. That's why we got to start with ourselves.
So it's a false belief that I'm supposed to just hope that somebody wants to share some empathy with me. But I can give it.
We're looking for it from the wrong people now. We're looking for it from the people we need to forgive. We're looking, because then it gives us permission that now I'm allowed to feel and forgive you. Otherwise, their conscience get triggered and they get more upset. So if you're looking for empathy from the wrong people, because we're still looking for permission to feel. I'm allowed to feel bad about that I feel. I'm allowed to feel that I feel bad.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Thank you.
And actually, before we move to Michael, I would like everyone to find a piece of paper, any piece of paper, small piece of paper, okay? Write on the word my empathy. Okay, write on it, my empathy. And then you can have the whole paper be by itself, or you can cut it, but just have it ready because we're going to do an experiment later with it. But just have it ready to represent your empathy later. So just so the paper is ready, and then put it aside. But it's something that you should be able to then hold later, hold or stand on or something after. And put it aside. Okay, Michael.
So I haven't had the emotional experience yet of what you're talking about. I missed the first week, didn't represent empathy or judgment last week. So I'm just lagging behind. And so I do want to do some of the feeling work. And I am particularly interested that you've mentioned extending it a week.
Oh yes, it's extended by a week, absolutely. And it may extend another week. We don't know yet, but definitely there's going to be another week. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Okay, so what we're going to do today, depending on how many rounds of this we can do, I don't know. What we're going to do is we're going to ask for someone to offer their hurt self be represented. Okay, so somebody's going to say, yes, can someone represent my hurt self? So it's going to be your hurt self. It could be any particular aspect of your hurt self, a particular injury that our guide can facilitate. And then somebody else offer to represent their empathy to have a conversation with a hurt self. So if, let's say Dax offer his hurt self, then somebody would represent his hurt self, the little boy, and then say Jess offers, then Jess is going to represent her empathy and talk to Dax. I'm just offering.
My empathy, not Dax's empathy.
Your empathy. So you get to have a taste of your empathy.
Okay. I'm down for that configuration, but
Okay, I guess we got our first one good to go. And then we'll see how I facilitate that conversation. We'll see how it goes. Dax, are you good with that?
Oh, I was kind of going with it. I'm like, this sounds interesting. I'm like, I want to see where it goes, because
Yes.
it was interesting that it was Jess's workshop that brought up a lot of feelings that I didn't have.
Yeah.
That I didn't realize I had. And then luckily I had someone local for support. So
Yes.
this will be very good for me, because I'm still getting used to like everyone here.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, I've been somewhat trained in, and I have done a lot of work in support sexual abuse survivors in some shape or form. So yeah, definitely please reach out for that. Okay, so who wants to represent Dex's hurt self? Virginia? And then Jess, if you want, hold the paper.
Feeling so scared right now.
Okay.
Even when I wrote the paper, I felt like I was going to start to cry. I had to put it down. So here we go.
Okay. Yeah, take your time. And Virginia, okay. Okay, welcome, Dax representative. Welcome. How are you doing right now?
Hold on. I'm representing
Dax's hurt self,
Dax's hurt
but we
self.
don't know which aspect, which hurt self is going to show up. We're going to have to get to know who our guide and Dax's soul is going to present. Welcome, Dax. How are you doing right now?
I feel angry, but on the
Okay.
verge of tears.
Okay. Thank you for coming forward and sharing yourself with us. It's a very brave thing to do. Thank you for your trust. How old are you?
I keep seeing 3. I think I'm 3.
Okay. What's it look like around you?
There's not much here. I feel like my dad's here.
Okay.
And
What's it like to be around Dad?
he's not happy right now.
So what are you feeling?
It scares me.
Okay. Are you allowed to feel scared?
If I don't show it.
Okay. Are
So
you
I
staying in?
not to show it. I try not to feel it and show it.
Okay. Do you feel like staying in your body? Do you feel like leaving your body, leaving the house? Are you in your body right now?
Right this minute I am, but I do leave. I do leave. It's hard to stay.
Understandable. What is it you feel Dad wants from you?
I don't know. I just feel like an inconvenience right now.
Okay.
You
I am
know,
an inconvenience.
I'm just causing work and problems. I'm causing a lot of problems with him and my mom. Yeah.
That's a lot to carry. That's a lot of stuff to carry. I'm so sorry. Okay. So you feel that you're an inconvenience, you're causing problems between mom and dad.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay with staying in that for now? Just stay in that feeling. Don't look at dad. Don't look at mom.
Okay.
You can go into a quiet space, a quiet little corner somewhere. Do you want to be under a bed? Do you want to be in a quiet corner outside the house?
I'm hiding behind the couch.
Nice. That's a good spot. Okay. So just stay behind the couch. Let yourself stay in that feeling. I'm an inconvenience. I'm causing problems between mom and dad. Just stay in that space. Now I'm gonna come ask someone to come and visit with you over there. Nobody else can see this person but you.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh yes. It's your own secret friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now I had mute you just to give you space. Just do you need some more time to process your emotion, and do you feel you're okay now? I can always find somebody else for now. What would help you?
No, I feel I'm okay. I feel like it's
Good,
like the bittersweet, like
good.
my heart is breaking open feeling.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
and I'm praying.
Beautiful.
And so typically when I pray like with real emotion, I cry. And
That's
so
beautiful. Thank you.
that's where I'm at. I feel like this is my expression of empathy.
Okay. Beautiful. And it should. I think we would be overwhelmed when we feel empathy, and yeah, that's beautiful. Okay. So can you, empathy representative Jess, can you speak to little Dax who's hiding behind the couch? He feels that he is an inconvenience to dad and that he's causing problems between mom and dad.
Well,
What
I'm
would
coming. I
you?
thought you were calling a guide.
Oh no, you're the empathy. You're talking.
Oh, okay.
Your empathy is going to talk to little Dax.
Okay. I'm feeling scared about that.
Okay.
Excited, scared, very scared. Like there's a lot of responsibility in that.
No, no, no. You're representing empathy. You're just representing empathy. You step out. Just goes away.
Mm, I feel like I have addictions coming up about
Oh,
like wanting to mm, soothe little Dax.
could that be addiction, or is that what empathy wants to do? So just take a minute. Just take a minute. Hold the paper, and just do you've represented before. Just say, "I like to accurately represent just as empathy." So then, just let yourself be in that zone. Whatever comes out of you is the empathy speaking.
Hey Dax, how's it going?
Mm, not very good.
No. I can see
Where
that. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
I just right away I just want to ask, who are you?
I would love to be your friend, but I know that you don't know me, so um that's a really good question to ask. I am someone who can feel some of the feelings that you're having, and I want you to know that all of those feelings are very valid. If you want to tell me about them, you can. But I understand that you don't know me. Do you have any more questions for me?
No.
That's fair.
Mm, I'm not sure about this.
Um, well, Dax feels that he is an inconvenience to Dad. And how does empathy feel?
That makes me so sad that someone doesn't see how wonderful and amazing you are, and that no matter how anyone treats you, you are not an inconvenience. You are an absolute gift. I'm so grateful to be sitting here with you and can see how wonderful you are, which is why I want to be your friend. But that's okay. You don't have to do any, you don't have to be my friend. I don't want to put any of that pressure on you. But it's just because I see how amazing you are.
Really?
Really, like
Why can't they
really,
see
really,
it?
really.
Why can't they see it?
Because they're hurting, but that is not your fault. That is not your fault. They have
It's
a lot of pain and they don't know what to do with it. And so a lot of it comes at you. It's not your fault.
it always feels like it's my fault.
Yeah. I think because they don't have anywhere else to put it, and that's not right. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you're experiencing that because you shouldn't have to.
What's it feel like, Dax, to have empathy speaks to you like that?
I like her talking to me.
That makes me happy because I really like talking to you.
Yeah. I'm not as scared anymore.
And you also feel that you are causing problem between mom and dad. How's that feel right now?
They fight a lot. And my name comes, they say my name a lot. So I think it's my fault when they do that. They're so angry at each other. It's scary and sad. And I feel like I'm all alone here.
And how does empathy want to respond?
I think that's a very, very normal reaction to have to experiencing that. And I think that those are important feelings to let yourself feel. I feel like I want to introduce little Dax to guides. I don't know what the protocol is here, but for
You are
feeling
representing your empathy, so you
okay,
get to. Yeah.
yeah, feeling when I feel alone, I'm learning this. This is new to me. And so maybe I can show you to maybe learn this too. And you can do it as much or as little. It's an invitation. So you can say no if you want to. But I'm learning that I have some other friends that could be with me anytime I want. And so when you feel alone, you can talk to them. And they're super cool. But I think I don't feel cool enough sometimes, so I don't talk to them as much as I could. But you could choose to anytime you want. And if you want, we can ask them to come, or maybe just one of them. Could ask one of them to come. If
Up
that's
to you,
something.
Dax. Yeah, it's up to you, little Dax, how that feels to you.
I don't understand. Like I don't see them, but I can talk to them.
You can actually kind of imagine what they look like. Sometimes they use your imagination to show what they look like. Just like empathy talking to you, your friend here talking to you, it'll feel similar. But they'll have even more nice feelings for you.
Will they play with me?
Oh, you'll have to ask them.
Hmm. Okay.
Would you like to imagine that someone is there right now?
Yeah. Somebody that could stay with me and I won't feel scared.
Beautiful.
I'll be braver.
Okay. You're pretty brave. And feeling fear is a sign of being brave. If you can feel your fear, you are being brave. All right. Thank you, Dax, for visiting with us and sharing with us some scary experiences, and for letting empathy talk to you today.
Thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
Okay.
I just
Wow.
saw a little boy coming in. It was something about coloring. I just saw a little boy coming in beside me on my right. That was cool. Hmm.
So, Virginia, could you feel the emotion coming from Jess? Could you feel as a representative? Could you feel what was it like to receive?
It felt supportive.
Okay.
I felt supportive and I didn't feel like I needed to stay where I was. It's like this dark couch and I was just like on the side of it, like hiding there, but they couldn't be seen. And it's I felt like I could come out and that maybe I could go in color or something. That's what I felt like, that it was supportive to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I felt.
Okay. Dax, what was that like for you?
There was a lot for me. I blocked out a lot from that period. The parents fighting, spot on. My parents split when I was about 2. My dad was in active addiction. drugs, alcohol, parents sharing custody, back and forth. There was lots of fighting going on, up to the point of the fighting still went on till into my teen years and early adult years. There was always a lot of fighting, family against family, just over who had the best. Oh, this is best for him. Oh, this is best for him. I had no say in anything. So I just, majority of the time, I just sat and colored, drew, watched TV. That's all I could do. I had to avoid my dad, and my mom didn't do half the time, listen half the times, because she was already in other relationships. And then my brother came along, and then eventually my sister came along. And it just was, I had to harden up. Just wall everything up. My dad was a very angry man. Anything could set him off. Just anything. He was a bully. He'd get up in your face. He'd beat you. I have memories sometimes if I got in one little argument with him, he would get big blown. It was like this big, huge argument with him, and he'd smack me in the back of my head, knocking my head forwards. And he'd done that a lot. And then my grandma, when she caught word of it, she gave him shit. She stopped a lot from things getting worse. It was not fun growing up where I was growing up.
Jess, what was that like for you?
I felt like from the very beginning, like I just wanted to hold little Dax. Like I could, like there was so much emotion coming from me, but I didn't want to frighten him or be smothering or like be like, you don't know me. And so I felt like I had to contain it, but it was just like this outpouring of I want to give you something. Um, and I could also like feel like little, like a little, like a wee one. And so when Virginia said 3, I was like, yeah, yeah, like we're, and then I felt like I was a little guy. Like I felt like I'm I'm just like you, like I'm the same. And then I think like I was feeling my own fear of I don't know what to do here, but also I think part of the empathy was I was feeling little Dax's fear. So it was like I was experiencing the same emotions at the same time as well. Or like I don't know, feeling that while feeling.
But it's kind of like a way to relate. You
Yes.
resonate and relate. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but just like I don't know because I don't know what love is, but it just felt like I love you. Like I love you. You are so wonderful and so amazing. Like just ugh, 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 ugh. Like now I'm like, oh no, I have to feel that for myself. Shit. Oh no.
But look at what that did for Dax. Look at what that did for the little boy. Look at the transition that created for him. Yeah. So you're gonna have to observe and decide for yourselves. Like, does that have value for you? What does that do for you? Do you want this? And this is why we're doing this, so we can have the experience and then we can make a choice.
I think if I think about like, okay, if that is my empathy, it is a lot of feeling and it's very affectionate. And then I'm like, if I were to actually be like that,
All the time.
I don't know. How, like, that would be very different. It'd be a very different expression. I think I'd like to do it, but again, that feeling of it's going to be too much for that person. Like, yeah, because I think like it's that much.
It's effusive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we all get to have a taste of our own empathy. We'll see how we go. So, anybody else want their hurt self represented? Michaela, and then Jill, and then Holly. Okay. Michaela, Jill, Holly. Okay, so someone's gonna represent Michaela's hurt self. We don't know who's gonna present herself, but who wants to represent Michaela herself? Jill? Okay. Okay, now here comes the fun part. Who wants to represent their empathy? Who wants to get a taste of their empathy? Karina. Excellent. Okay. So Karina, hold that piece of paper so that you know you're representing it. That way you know, put your own personality aside. You just playing a role. Okay. All right. So Jill is representing Michaela's itself. All right. Welcome, Michaela's representative. Thank you for coming here. How you feeling right now?
Like scared, like I have to be quiet. Like I have to hide.
Who's around you?
You can't really see anything around me. It's just black. But I think my mom is nearby.
What's mom like?
Kind of she's kind of scary.
Mom is scary. Why is she scary? How?
Um, well, she kind of makes me do things that I don't want to do. That I don't like doing. She likes to kind of likes to control what I'm doing. And if I don't do it, she gets angry.
And what's it like when she's angry?
I don't like to think about that. Well, she blames me for not listening, and she I don't know, I kind of feel like she wants to like hit me almost. I don't know if she does, but she doesn't. That's the way I feel. I feel like she just wants to hit me.
Okay. So mom's angry. She blames you for not listening. She controls what you're doing. She make you do things you don't want to do.
Yeah,
Okay. And you're scared, you're quiet, and you're hiding in the dark.
that's the safest space.
I am so glad you found a safe place. So how do you
Yeah.
feel about yourself?
Oh, I just want to be small,
You want to be
just not,
small?
not really. I don't want anybody to notice me. Like, if I'm invisible, then no one can hurt me.
Okay. You want to be small and not be noticed and be invisible. Okay. How do you feel about yourself?
I don't know. No one's really ever asked me that. Um, I, well, can't be what my mom wants me to be. So I guess I don't think I'm a very, I don't think I'm a very nice person.
Okay. If I'm not being who my mom want me to be, I'm not a very nice person. Is that how you feel about yourself?
Sort of. Not sort of, but I know that, I guess I've never really thought of it, of me as a person. But maybe there's something else there. I just never really thought of me as a person.
Okay.
No one's really ever asked.
So I would like to invite someone to come and share her feelings about you as a person, how she sees you, how she feels about you. And then you can decide if you like having this person to come visit.
Okay, but as long as my mom doesn't see.
No, no one will see but you. This is your special space.
Okay.
All right, Karina's empathy. Welcome. We have a little girl here who is in the dark. She want to be small. She don't want anyone to notice her. She wants to be invisible, and she doesn't see herself as a person. How do you feel about her?
I feel like crying because of her pain. And I feel like it's so sad. It's so sad to me that this is happening. I don't have words. I feel how that is for her. And
How do you feel it is for her?
when she didn't, no one's asked me. She said, no one's asked me
Yeah,
about how I feel about me.
yeah,
As if she's erased out of the picture, as if what she feels or who she really is has been just discounted completely.
yeah.
It's all about her mother and all about injury, and like I'm find myself rather speechless.
Okay. Okay. And Michaela's representative, how do you feel when you heard that from Karina's empathy, that she's shocked about what you're going through?
How does she know? Like, I mean, what she said is true, but how does she know? How does she know that?
Okay, Karina's empathy, how can you respond?
I feel right. It feels like there's no separation. Like I feel what you're feeling. I'm inside your heart. I don't know how to put it into words. I just know what you're going through. I know what you're feeling, and you're such a beautiful little girl. You're so innocent and so sweet and beautiful. It's not fair what's happening. It's just not fair. And your mother is just demanding and manipulative and controlling, and she's impervious to what you're feeling. She doesn't know how to love you. She doesn't know what you're feeling or what you want or what you need. It's not about you, it's about her. It's like someone who's a narcissistic person. They're just, it's all about her, and you're just there. And the only safety is to be invisible. I feel for your pain. I just want to, if you let me, and I'd just love to hug you and just give you all my love. I really would love to just give you all my love. If you're not ready for a hug, or if you don't even want to see me, that doesn't matter. I just want to give you my love. With no, I don't want anything from you. Nothing. I don't want anything from you at all. I just want to give you my love. And if it's from afar, that's okay. I just want you to know how precious you are, and that I see you and I feel you and I hear you.
Thank you. Thank you, empathy. All right. I can see Michaela's representatives feeling some emotions there. Just take your time.
I feel like she can see me. And then I'm not invisible to her. I should be scared about that, but I'm not. It doesn't feel scary at all.
Okay.
Yeah, it just feels kind of warm and inviting.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What's it inviting you to? What invitation do you want to take? What's it inviting you to do or be?
I kind of want, I want that hug.
Okay.
I don't. It's I feel like she could, well, I kind of feel like she could be the only person that cares about me.
Right. That's okay. If you can get used to this, then you can get used to others who also feel that way towards you.
Yeah, it's not very comfortable, but it does feel very inviting. Like it's, yeah, something I would have to get used to.
And you don't feel like hiding.
Not with her around. No, it's not dark anymore. I can see some pictures that I hang in my closet that I've drawn. And I can see them there. It's not scary when she's around.
Beautiful. And to her, you are innocent and sweet and beautiful and precious. That's who she sees. That's the person you are.
I think I'd have to get to know that person.
Yeah.
I'd like to get to know that person.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for visiting with us, little Michaela. You're precious to everyone here, by the way, just saying. And thank you, Karina and Sympathy, for visiting. Ooh. Okay.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Karina. Thank you, Mila.
How was that for you, Michaela?
It felt really shit. It felt like I hadn't realized how terrified I am of the threat of violence and how that has controlled me. And in terms of empathy, I felt like, well, sure, but what about when I'm angry, and what about when I'm afraid? And you're here right now, but you're probably not going to be here next time. And I could just see how much I didn't really want to feel what was on offer. I think it was triggering the fear, and I didn't want to feel the fear. I'm just realizing that to receive empathy is really painful, and I'm sick of, I kind of just wanted to give up. I felt quite strongly that I just wanted to go and give up.
And what I noticed from little Kayla was that she didn't want to hide anymore. She doesn't want to hide. She recognized that she's a person and she's not hiding. That's a huge shift. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, empathy is gonna resensitize those locked up places. Yeah, there is that. We actually get angry when it first hit us. We actually get an angry reaction, which is appropriate. But yeah, wow. Karina, what was it like to be empathy, to represent your empathy that was yours?
It was really, really beautiful. I do recommend it. It's very sweet, delicate and sensitive place, and it was so genuine, and I really did feel like when she was first talking, the first few minutes of it, for quite a while, I was just burping and burping and burping and burping. It's like I was in her body, just burping out emotions. And yeah, I really did feel there was no separation, that I could just be in her body, sort of thing. And I felt like that's how our guides feel about us. And I've been practicing that thing in my relationship for quite some time, no expectations. Like when I said, I don't want anything from you. And if I can just love you from afar, that's okay, and that does feel like a beautiful thing that we're taught in God's way about how to love. And so I that just felt very precious to be able to love in that way, which is so completely opposite to the way the mother was. Yeah, so thank you so much for the opportunity.
Jill, what was it like for you to receive, to feel from empathy?
Yeah, I couldn't actually identify the one of the feelings that was coming up, and it was the anger. It was not a lot. It was just like Michaela mentioned, it was just like, okay, you're here now, but are you going to stick around? And I didn't recognize that, so I do apologize for that. So but it was very freeing to receive the empathy. It was like I can come out of hiding now. I can start to explore who I am. Or even just not even that too far, like explore that I'm a person now, that I'm seen, I'm heard, I'm, even just that was, yeah, I think that was the big sort of pivotal in there.
Nice work, everyone. I'm learning with you. I'm watching and learning, going, oh, is that what empathy does? So it's really good. Thank you. We're all experimenting together here. So we're going to take a bit of a break, and then we'll come back in after 10 minutes. All right, welcome back. Good work, everyone. That was, has it been so far witnessing the two? Some, yeah. Oh yeah, those who represented empathy are like juiced up. You're like floating in your own nice, like it's a good one to do. So next person is Jill. So Grace is gonna represent her empathy for that. Who's representing Jill's hurt self? Casey? You want to do it? Okay. All right. So Casey is going to represent Jill's hurt self. And then Grace will be representing her empathy. It's a good exercise to get to know what that must feel like. Though we're going to do some kind of a group exercise at the end, so hopefully gives us a chance. If Michael is still awake by then in Florida time.
Michael wants to represent, I thought he said.
He did? Something?
Didn't you?
I wonder if my empathy and my, all these things have been unlocked yet. I feel like I can't represent well. So
okay. Thank you. We may have it. Okay, so welcome, Jill's representative. How are you doing right now? How are you feeling?
I'm really scared.
Okay. What's your environment look like?
So busy. And so it's a big word. Overwhelmed.
Okay. How old do you feel you are? Do you know your age?
I'm 3.
3. And how do you feel about yourself?
Nothing I do is ever right. Everything I do is always wrong.
So what does that make you feel about yourself?
I don't like myself.
Okay.
I just wish I could be doing something right so that I'm not in trouble.
Okay. So,
And then the adults won't be mad at me.
yeah. Okay. Nothing you do is ever right. Everything you do is wrong. You wish you were doing something right so you're not in trouble and you don't like yourself.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna invite someone that's gonna feel very different to all the adults around you to come and just come say hi and come share how she feels about you.
Okay.
All right. So Grace's empathy. We have a little girl here who doesn't like herself and feel that everything she does is always wrong. How do you feel about her?
I'm having trouble. Hang on.
No worries.
Hi, Joe. The world feels very big, doesn't it?
Yeah, nobody wants me.
I know that's what it feels like, and I'm really sorry. I'd like to sit with you. Is that okay?
I guess so.
I don't have to do anything. I just want to sit.
Okay.
What are some things that you like to do?
I don't know. Every time I do something, I get in trouble.
Hmm. Can you think of anything that you like to do? Even if you think about it, like just in your head, that makes you giggle or that you think is fun. Can you think of anything like that just in your head? What would that look like?
I really want to play outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I like animals.
Mm-hmm. What about bugs? How do you feel about bugs?
They're kind of yucky looking, but I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Most
Yeah.
people don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
My family thinks they're really yucky. So I
Yeah.
think that I should think that they're yucky.
But what do you actually think?
I think they're neat.
Yeah.
Empathy. So little Jill feel like she doesn't like herself. How do you feel about her?
I wish for you if you could see how lovable you are, because I think you're lovable. Not even just a like. It's like I think you're lovable. And I wish that you could feel that, because it will shield you from what your parents think of you or what anybody else thinks of you. I don't understand why they would think otherwise, but yeah, I don't see you that way.
Oh, why 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 don't you see me the same as my parents? Why are you nice?
Because I see you. And I couldn't feel it any other way. It's not even choice. It's just I see you. Of course I like you. Of course I love you. Of course. I can't help it.
But then why don't they like me?
Because they're in a lot of pain. And they don't want to see it. So it just comes out of them. I'm not saying it's right, but and I'm not saying you deserve it. It's just a lot of pain, honey. I'm sorry.
But then what do I do? I'm around them all the time.
I know. I don't actually have an answer for that.
And little Jill, how about the idea that Grace's empathy really loves you and likes you? How does that make you feel about yourself?
I'm not sure, but I like it.
Okay.
I like how that feels, but she can't stay with me.
Well, what can stay with you is you holding to yourself like a little pillow. Someone likes me. She can't help herself. You just hold that to your chest all day long, like a sticker.
Okay.
And then once you get used to that, then maybe you'll start to see the other people around you. There are other people around you all the time who really likes you, even more than Grace's empathy.
Where
Then
are they?
you'll start to see them too. Just hold on to that sticker. Somebody finds you very likable. Just hold on to that.
Okay.
Hold on to that feeling. And then that way you'll also start to see the other people who also like you even more.
Okay. And they'll be my friends.
Oh, yes. The best.
Okay.
Thank you for being so brave in trying something new and sharing yourself with a new person. Okay. Ooh, man, we little kids are so brave, so brave. Oh my God, we should just all get a sticker. Gosh, wow. Wow. So Casey, do you remember why once Grace started to express herself, like you just broke down, just started to cry? Do you remember what was it you felt coming from Grace in that moment? That
It's interesting, because there wasn't a lot that I was able to feel. Like there was like a fortress that I was
wow.
creating for myself, but I could sense her tenderness.
Okay.
I could sense the tenderness. It was wildly different, the opposite actually, than what I had been feeling coming at me, the overwhelm of what was like the demands of the environment coming at me.
Okay. And that got through
Yeah.
the wow. Jill, what was it like for you to watch all that?
Familiar other than the empathy part. I think because it's come up a number of times, and I've like intellectually acknowledged it, but I've never actually felt it. I think I've blocked out how much I tried to be myself when I was like that age, like 3, 4, 5, whatever, and how much trouble I got into, like how much like yeah, like every time I tried to be myself, I got into trouble. And I don't remember any of that. I just remember a little later on when I conformed and just I did whatever they wanted me to do. But I don't remember, and I know some of my law of attraction has brought those feelings up. So that I think I'm really gonna have to dive into how terrified I am of getting in trouble. Um uh the when Grace's empathy started talking, it was um hearing it um felt felt too much. Like it's like you couldn't possibly know, if you really knew who I was, you couldn't possibly love me. Like that's kind of the feeling. So that the anger, I guess, came up. Yeah.
And Grace, what was it like for you to express the empathy?
Very difficult. And I think I doubt mine. So I was, yeah, really like fighting hard at the beginning to even like, I don't even know, like what, I don't know. But something that I did pick up on, like it was really, really clear, like empathy is not about, like unfortunately you have to feel all the things still. Like I could almost feel like little Jill just wanted like, just make it go away, just make it all better, just make it go away. And I felt so badly for her, but like I was like, I can't do that. Like I can't do that for you. So it was a very clear like boundary, I guess, of
So
what.
empathy doesn't try to deny your reality or take you out of it.
No,
Do that, okay. It
but there was,
acknowledges your reality.
yeah, but it was very much still like, yeah, like I see you. I don't have a, it's not a choice of liking you or not liking you. Like I see you and I love you. Like that's it. Um, yeah, like full stop. There's no, I see you and I love you, period. Um, there was no questioning that part of it. So
And I
yeah.
find that there is a power in empathy that's saying, you can't change my mind about you. I like you.
Mm,
I can't change my
yeah.
mind about you. And I feel like all of the hurt selves today, it went through you. It penetrated you and it invited a change. There seems to be another pattern I'm seeing in everyone. So Holly, we're not gonna get to you today. I can feel like we're full. I can feel our like, oh, something's happened for all of us today. So we're just gonna do a small exercise just to have a little fun, just see what it feels like. And then we will have another week next week. And I may keep saying that every week for however long. We don't know. This is powerful stuff. So just take a moment to kind of like tap yourself, come back here, be here, deep breath. And then remember the paper. Hold the paper. You can hold the paper in your hand, you can put it down at your feet, you can like stand on it. Sometimes I feel like if I stand on it to represent it, it anchors me more because I'm too dissociative. It's just a bit of a problem sometimes. So, but for now, I'm going to hold it today, and then set your intention. I would like to accurately represent my empathy. And let's all of our empathies hang out for a little bit. Let's jam. What's it feel like? What's it like to feel that empathy? I'm feeling a lightness. I feel like, oh, I'm finally free to be me. I'm finally free to just be and to feel what I feel for everyone. And to like everyone. I like everyone right now. That's what it feels like. What's it like for others? And I can feel our guides really helping us. Karina?
As soon as you said it, I just felt overwhelming love for everyone.
Yeah.
And it was actually overwhelming love for humanity.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
very powerful just as soon as you said it. And
Okay.
it felt like I could see all the faces, felt like we were all blended,
Okay.
no separation.
Okay.
It's a very beautiful thing. It's just pure love, just connectivity and love. Yeah.
It's like, I'm so happy to see everybody. I like everybody. Huh. Individually, I can feel it's like all the heavy addiction and all this stuff I'm always trying to fight over. It's like lifted for a minute. I can just be me. Yeah. Okay.
There's no separation with belief systems or
Yeah.
religions or
Yeah.
nationality or age or everything's just wiped.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. That's a good point, Karina. I am feeling that. I'm not noticing everybody by their ages or gender or nationality. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. But yet I'm seeing everybody as an individual. Casey?
To resonate with that, seeing everybody as an individual, I asked my guides for help actually. And I got a couple of visuals when I used to babysit, because it was like, who are you? Who are
Yeah.
you? Who are you? Who are you? Like, I just,
Oh,
like, what, who is this person
yeah.
as a whole? I want to know that deep desire I want to know you. What's your little special thing that, yeah.
And it's very expressive. I want to engage. I don't want to hide. I want to engage with everybody. It makes me want to come out and not triple think everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Others, if you're connecting to something, Dax?
I felt a lot cooler
You
for
feel what?
myself, feeling the empathy.
Yeah.
Like I went from like feeling warm to just like a nice cool breeze kind of cool.
Okay.
And then I afterwards, like after listening to them, like Casey saying she got her guides help to kind of feel some empathy. I tried that quick, and it was like I got an image of the old Universal Studios, like when a movie would open when it was
Yeah.
from Universal,
Yeah.
and you get that music and you see the globe,
Yeah.
and it's just so colorful. I kind of got that.
Nice. Okay. Wow. Okay. Michael.
For me, my first thought was, I don't have much empathy. And then my empathy said, no, yes, you do. Don't do that to yourself.
That's a lovely voice.
I had to correct myself, and I'm looking forward to getting some of these rushes of feelings that you're talking about.
Absolutely. Look at how we antidote judgment. Like that's just please don't do that to yourself. That's empathy. Wow. Okay. Others? What are you guys feeling right now? Virginia?
Similar to what Casey was saying, the first thing I felt like is, how's everybody doing?
Yeah.
You know, what makes you happy? What makes your heart sing? Like, instead of like just kind of standing by, but it feels very grounded.
Yeah.
in myself, like, I'm good. Let's see how everybody else is doing. Like this,
Oh, wow.
yeah, this is cool. I like that. I want to be that.
Yeah, I want to be this. Free to be. Oh my God, just the unburdening is so good. Okay. Others? Michaela?
Yeah, I felt like a strong outpouring of energy and love. And also, like, I've had this feeling before when I've been praying, and I get pretty deep, and it's this feeling of like really wanting people to know about God and really wanting them to be
Okay.
open to find the support that they need, that the best support.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Wow, this could be very interesting for all of us today. We could have a piece of paper that represents our hurt self. You could kind of stand on it and see what you feel, and then go stand on my empathy and then feel what that feel, and then try to have like a conversation going between, represent different parts in you, and then feel what comes up and kind of negotiate that. And then once that warms up, then you can have the other paper saying, my guide sympathy, because that is ramped up, and you can bring that in and feel what that feels like. And maybe it's a good thing to discuss with God, like to go, why is empathy helpful? Is empathy helpful? Why is it helpful? How can he help me with my addictions? How can he help me with seeing myself as I am? How can he help me with my hurt self? How can he help with repentance? Like, what's it do? What's it do? What is this thing? Get to know it a little bit more. That's where you're developing your desire, your choice about empathy, and what you want to do with it going forward. That's how you can do it. Okay, so wow, we got through some stuff today, and we'll see what happens next week.